So I put out a video prompt of the most controversial songs of all time. Give me some songs that you think of given this prompt, plus a small reason why, and I'll go over them tonight on stream for a video. So we got a lot of replies in here, over 600. The obvious ones off the bat, I'm assuming, like the top comments I'm gonna assume to see is immediately Kanye. I'm not gonna be able to play these songs on stream. I'm not gonna be able to play these on YouTube, unfortunately. The HH for censorship. Maybe that terrible MSI one song too. I don't even want to say the title. It's just so horrifying and terrible. What? Shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. But there could be a lot here, and we're gonna rate 1 out of 10 on how controversial it is given the prompt and how it applies. All of R. Kelly's, I admit. Yeah, okay. That is true. It's probably gonna be a lot of R. Kelly's, I assume a ditty of some sorts. Age is just a number. This is not a real song. Why are we starting with this? This is not a real song. Age is just a number by Aaliyah and R. Kelly. This is not real. Why are you guys messing with me? Keep in mind, Aaliyah was only 15. What? No. And R. Kelly was in his 30s when they made this song? The fuck? This is a terrible thing to have in your search. Probably just the worst start of all time. Relatable already. Child. That guy's name is Child in the chat. Guys, can we ban these people? Need to get banned. It's literally, there isn't even any like subversion or deviation. Like you think, oh, you know, maybe it's just hooking you in with this insane title. The song is just, dude, it doesn't matter if I'm 15. I think this is on TikTok. Why would this, wait, this is on TikTok? Are kids like retweeting this and like dancing to this? All you gotta do is knock and I'll let you in. And then we feel the passion that flows. Dude. Okay, do we get the point? Do we get the point? I'm kind of in disbelief. I've never heard about this at all. How does this pass like a label or... Wait, is R. Kelly on the song? He produced it maybe? Yeah, let me see the credits. Oh, it's produced. Oh, it's... What? It's written by R. Kelly. R. Kelly wrote this and had a 15-year-old perform it and sing this anthem to him to serenade him? What the fuck? No. Don't forget they were married. Wait, okay, hold on. I need the context of this. And they were married? I don't know how I missed any. How did I miss this? What possible, like, what country did they get married in? What was this legal? I feel like I'm going down a whole rabbit hole right now. How were they allowed to be married? They were 15 and he married? How old was he? They got married in 1994. 27? Would he be 27? So he was 27 and she was 15? Do I have that right? I'm just kind of shocked. I'm kind of just shell-shocked that, what is happening? What is happening? Didn't Elvis Presley do the same shit? Yeah, Elvis did the same shit, and that's equally as bad to call out. But what makes this even more astonishing is that he did this in the 90s, even though it doesn't excuse what Elvis did and him marrying Priscilla as young as he did still. What, that was 60s, 50s, right? In the 90s, that's a much different society, even then. Well, amazing start to the video. I gotta say, you know, surprisingly, I do have to say that's a 10 out of 10 example of controversial song. Probably the most controversial we'll get. This is very uncontroversial. You're just a hater. You think so, man? Blurred Lines by Rob and Thicke just makes my skin crawl every time I hear it, which thankfully now isn't often. Yeah, we went over this in the Poorly Aged video as well. Because this song, it was what? It was all about the blurred lines between consent and whatnot. And didn't he end up getting sued by one of the like performers or one of the girls who were on set for the music video for like groping of some sort, some kind of a sexual assault, which fully comes back around. Very ironic. Even before, I'm pretty sure any kind of lawsuit happened, this was obviously a very controversial song to even be played on the radio. Because I remember hearing this as a radio hit when I was a kid. Obviously not knowing what it was about. And what do we got here? Rate Me by Nirvana, given that so many people didn't understand what it was actually about, so it got wildly misinterpreted despite it being an anti-rape song. Yeah, this is a famous misinterpretation. This could be its own video, like misinterpreted songs or whatever, where of course it was an anti-rape song. There's a bunch of like different interviews you could see about like Kurt Cobain explaining it and whatever. But of course, because of the nature of the lyrics, literally just starting off with that phrase, a lot of people misconstrued it.
The fourth song, Rate Me, I was not too happy with that song. I found it kind of offensive.
It's an anti Let me repeat that. Anti-rape song.
We all know this song though. At risk of getting like taken down or age restricted though, there's gonna be some of these songs where I can't play. Stop. Okay, I don't. Another P Diddy one. I gotta take a break from the P Diddy and R Kelly one. That was too strong. That was too much to start off. Little Girls by Oingo Boingo. Slowly regretting this video. Now, people interpret it as the opposite of what it's supposed to be, an anti-pedo song. Oh, really? This is me. I gotta raise my hand in shame right here. Because someone sent this in one stream, and they just started playing, they were like, play Little Girls on stream. And I'm like,
I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so bad.
There's another conversation to be had here. When, even if this is a song that's like anti-pedo or whatever, it's supposed to like call out the, you know, ridiculousness of the thought process with the people who think this way. There's a certain aspect where if you do go about making your message this way, I do think there might be some fault on the person for the way they go about it. And it is understandable why other people would get a weird impression of the song if you're making it in this way. To a certain extent, I can't really blame people for being weirded out by a song like this, for thinking that it is some kind of like weird, creepy pedo anthem or something. I love little girls. They make me feel so like, dude, I don't even want these quotes existing. I think that's the point though. Yeah, I get it. That's the point. Of course, it's supposed to be abrasive. It's supposed to be in your face. And I think it's, to a certain extent, it's even supposed to make the viewer uncomfortable. But simultaneously on the other end, you do run this risk that if you are going to be this guy with putting your art out like this, so you do kind of have to take the brunt of some people are going to misinterpret this and think this whole like band and song is some creepy guys. Woman is the N of the World by John Lennon. How am I supposed to go about showing this? Can I funny enough, you know, despite being a big Beatles fan, I've never listened to this song. Okay. It's, oh dude, can I even show this on screen? What the fuck? Let me just see the lyrics. Is the lyrics okay. No, I can't play that. Okay, this is the problem. Get this off screen. This is the get off screen. This is the problem. These are too controversial. Even to play in a YouTube video. I'm slowly figuring this out. I'm slowly finding out that a lot of these I can't even play. But I would say undoubtedly that probably is a 10 out of 10 example. What was the reason behind he made that? What was the explanation there? I'm Back by Eminem because he referenced the then recent Columbine massacre. Even on the explicit version, the reference is censored. This is a great example to bring up. I'm surprised this doesn't have more likes. So yeah, this is one of the most interesting examples that I know of as well. A very rare case of even on the explicit version, this line had to be taken out because of the Columbine shooting.
I take 7 kids from the line, stand them all in line, add an AK-47, a revolver, a 9, a Mac 11 in order to solve the problem of mine, and that's a whole school of bullies shot up all at one time.
Yeah, so this whole full like top part was censored out. Then he referenced the censorship in Rap God. Yeah, that was honestly, that's what I mean. That's when Eminem is at its best. It's so sad. Every time I talk about Eminem, it's a tragedy because of how far he's fallen, especially for his most recent album. It's just truly brutal. So back when he was more like getting his, you know, career started, he didn't obviously have as much fame. He of course had a lot of pull, but he didn't have the same amount of respect as he did in like 2010 or 2012, 2011 when he made Rap God. So he was able to get censored more easily, which is why he got censored in this song. But then he repeated the same line in Rap God in Marshall Mathers LP2 in that album, and no one censored him. He was able to get away with it because of the power he had, the influence, the pull.
Here with the skin color of mine, you get too big and here it comes trying to censor you like that one line I said. Oh, no, back from the Mathers LP1 when I tried to sell, take 7 kids from Columbine, put them all in a line, at an AK-47, a revolver, and a 9. See if I get away with it now that I ain't as big as I was, but I'm...
Come on, that is so cool. See if I get away with it now that I ain't as big as I was. I'm not even huge about this era of Eminem either, but you just gotta respect that. That's awesome. But everybody's saying cornball, you know, no, you don't get it. We're not having any of this Eminem slander. The Happy Birthday song, unironically, like nobody likes it when others sing it for them, and neither do the ones singing it. Why does this have nearly 50 likes? Genius stuff here. Cardi B WAP is a good example. Cardi B WAP is actually a good example of like especially more of a modern day social phenomenon, like statement. Everybody was talking about it, you know, everybody was talking about it. Of course, birthing some all-time clips. Ben Shapiro singing it.
Wet ass P-word, make that pull-out game weak.
Says certified freak, 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop, put the
Not even talking about like the social statement behind this or like what everybody was using it for their own like political reasons. I just think it's a terribly made song. It's so uninteresting and boring. This beats, this delivery. Megan Thee Stallion, when she comes in, it's like the saving grace from the heavens just because it's some kind of change aside from Cardi B's monotone droning on flow and voice. It's just so uninteresting. And then if we are talking about the lyrics, it's just cringe. It's cringe. You know, people took it too far. Of course, you have the Ben Shapiro's going all the way to the extreme, saying on how this is like a terrible crime unto the kids, saying that this is going to indoctrinate the kids to be making OnlyFans at fucking 16 years old. So you have people going too far about it when people can make whatever art they want, okay? It's the parents' responsibility on whether or not what their like kids consume. But yeah, overall, I just think it's corny. I just think it's so cringe to make it like a song about this. People call it an empowering anthem. I don't see it. I guess, would you say all like women talking about sex in a vulgar way, is that empowering? Maybe it even is empowering, but I just don't think that ends up being like a good or interesting overall like piece of art or a good song.
So I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it.
This is brutal, man. What I also do have to say about this, though, is that if you're gonna cringe at this song, you also do have to cringe at the male rappers, like, doing the same thing. With a whole bunch of guy rappers making these cringe, corny lines about getting their dick sucked, or similar things in the same vein, that's equally as cringe. You have to be consistent there, because I know a lot of people are not consistent, where they listen to all these rappers talk about getting head, getting sloppy head, all those terrible lines, equally as bad, and then they will call this cringe. And it's like, hold on, okay, you just listen to the same thing on the other side. Okay, we're quickly talking about Kanye, though. World War III and Cousins by Ye. I gave my cousin head is a crazy lyric. Here's the thing, I just wish it was interesting. I gave my cousin head. Making songs now, Dave Blunt levels, and then of course the HH one most recently that came out. The most that like Kanye's songs nowadays can be used for is just background edgy memes. Do you know what this is? Do you know what Kanye's been reduced to? This is Dave Blunt's hand, and this is Kanye just fulfilling all of his deeds, all of his missions that he's trying to carry out to the world. Dave Blunt's will now exists for Kanye. I Want to Be Black by Lou Reed? What? I think the title speaks for itself.
Want to be black, I like the rhythm.
We got some interesting lyricism here. Yeah, man.
Shoot 20 feet to chisel too.
Okay. And now, okay, dude, we're getting a special. I didn't know Kanye was on the song. Stop. I didn't know Kanye had a feature. That definitely would fit. I think if there's ever a song where I get cut off from playing, it probably is a 10 out of 10. Wrong Way, Sublime, chat wants it. Wrong Way by Sublime. What is that one? I don't think I've heard that. Okay, no, stop. I'm trying to avoid these ones. Minor forced into prostitution. Okay, is that the story? It's just brutal to start off a song this way. You know what I mean? Where it's like even if that is the like given intention, you do have to bite this bullet of people getting an immediate bad taste in their mouth and overall bad impression too. Like, how do you normally consume media like this? How do you normally consume a song like this and listen to in your free time? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you listen to a bunch of these songs regularly, even if they are about like correct and good topics, I feel like I would look at you a little in a confusing way. Yeah, there had to be at least one better way to start the song. Yeah, at least one. You know what's one we have to do, like a classic, is Fuck the Police. That's gotta be here. If I do a video about this, this of course has to be here. I mean, this got them like kicked from shows. They generally got pressed for this song. And especially for the time, this was like a very, very important song. That song was controversial, definitely. This got them kicked off of shows, for sure. This is one of the best examples, you know? Bro got a speeding ticket, then made the song. Okay, I don't think that's what happened, but okay.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority.
This is how you do it. Also, it's a perfect lesson. If you have any kind of like message you're trying to get across, package it in this way, package it in a good and interesting song, or even if you have people who like disagree with the message of the song, at least they can agree that it sounds good. This happened a lot with Rage Against the Machine, which is another good example. A lot of people use Killing in the Name of, or a lot of Rage Against the Machine songs. Very right-leaning people use their songs for like the wrong reasons, or they just listen to it regularly despite it completely disagreeing or going against a lot of their ideologies about things. It's very funny and ironic, so it's like the perfect way to like plant seeds of your messaging even while having a good sounding song that people who don't even agree if the message will still listen to. Oh, this is a really good one. Montero by Lil Nas X. Do you remember how huge that was? With that whole music video, him giving a lap dance to Satan. Okay, what the fuck is this image though? This image is terrible. I'm not really a huge Lil Nas guy, but I just thought that the outrage over this song was pretty ridiculous, and the outrage over this music video in particular. It is more of a thing on whether or not you're heavy religious or not, which is why you're gonna get mad at this. But honestly, I find it ridiculous that purposely you know that he's trying to do this to rile up people, and it is pretty hilarious seeing people genuinely go in the comment section of his music video being so offended, like, you are discounting Satan, you are defying God's wishes, you are praising Satan, you will be sent to the depths of hell. Like, that is very funny to see people be that outraged over this, where clearly he's just trying to do this to farm that. Oh, Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne. I need to do Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne. That is so funny. Is this what I think it is? Oh, this is so bad. Kawaii desu. Senpai, yeah, okay, please. Just let me desu this one time. Holy shit. I'm home. I'm in the motherland. You guys are not ready for this chorus. It takes you to another planet. Yes. What's the problem? Guys, why is this controversial? You guys are hating the fuck out of this. This is not cultural appropriation. This is cultural appreciation at its finest order. Okay, get this off my screen. You need to see the music video too. She's just recording this. She filmed this in the motherland. Sugoi. So of course this got a lot of controversy for, okay, I'm not even explaining it. Fuck yeah. Do I even have to say anything? That is going to be the most controversial songs of all time, at least for this video. Might do a part 2. Definitely gonna do a part 2 actually in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the Patreon members who help out and support the channel, because all these videos get copyright claimed. They help out the channel a bunch. And yeah, like and sub. I'll see you all next time. And yeah, there you go.